Spider-Man 2's Venom could share a character arc with Eddie Brock. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is an upcoming action-adventure video game based on the Marvel Comics character of the same name, developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It is the third overall entry in the Marvel's Spider-Man series, acting as a sequel to Marvel's Spider-Man 2018, as well as a direct continuation of events from its DLC expansion The City That Never Sleeps and its spin-off Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, 2020. It is set to be released for PlayStation 5 in fall 2023. Marvel's Spider-Man may have a different person as Venom, but Harry Osborn could share some of the same character development beats that Eddie Brock followed in the comics. He could start the game fully under the sway of the symbiote, wreaking havoc across Marvel's Spider-Man 2's open world and seeking revenge against Spider-Man. In many different Spider-Man media, Harry sees himself as trapped in Peter Parker's shadow, and this resentment could fuel his rage as Venom. He could eventually regain control of himself and become an anti-hero, helping Peter and Miles with the game's final villain before branching out on his own as a lethal protector. This could also allow Venom to be a playable character in Marvel's Spider-Man 2, like many have hoped for since his involvement in the game was first announced. The Marvel's Spider-Man 2 reveal trailer was shown as part of the PlayStation PS5 showcase in September 2021. You can see it above, giving us our first look at Peter Parker and Miles Morales working alongside one another to clear the streets of enemies before turning to face a villain that's hiding in the shadows, revealed to be Venom, voiced by Candyman's Tony Todd. The footage was captured on PS5, establishes a 2023 release window, and yes, it looks absolutely gorgeous. It's well worth paying attention to the animations of both brawlers. You can see the difference in experience and agility reflected in the way Peter and Miles carry themselves. It's that sort of attention to detail that we want to see carried into the final game. With Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Insomniac says that it wants to deliver a compelling human story, one full of heart and humor that dives deep into the people behind the mask. Across the two existing games, we've seen Peter, 8 years into his career, and Miles, still green, but shown to be more than capable of picking up the mantle, demonstrate that they can protect New York when it needs it the most. What will be interesting to see is whether both heroes are able to share the same city or whether their ideological differences, and history with villains lurking in the shadows, will push them apart. Marvel's Spider-Man is a video game based on the Marvel Comics superhero Spider-Man, developed by Insomniac Games and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It was released worldwide on September 7, 2018 for the PlayStation 4, as the first licensed game developed by Insomniac. A PlayStation 5 remaster was announced to be included alongside its downloadable contents in the Ultimate Edition of Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales under the name of Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, which was made available as a standalone title by the end of 2020. Remastered was later released for Microsoft Windows via Steam and the Epic Games Store on August 12, 2022. A sequel titled Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is set to release in 2023. The game follows Peter Parker, a 23-year-old college graduate and research assistant who gained superhuman abilities after being bitten by a radioactive spider. Peter is in his 8th year of crime fighting under his superheroic alter ego of Spider-Man, who has become highly experienced at this point, but struggles to balance his superhero and personal lives. Marvel's Spider-Man is an open-world action-adventure title that allows the player to control Spider-Man throughout Manhattan, New York City. Spider-Man fights enemies with his brawler moveset and a wide array of web gadgets. At key points in the story, the player also controls Peter Parker, outside of his Spider-Man identity, Mary Jane Watson, and Miles Morales.